Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another Weird Wednesday video. I'm gonna do something a little bit different, but not really. I feel like this is kind of a tag video, but I don't know if this is actually a thing. Like, you know, when you feel like you've come up with something, but you can't tell if you've actually come up with it, or just like subconsciously you know about it from something else, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Most of you guys know I have been in school, just finished by the way. I mean, I have 6 months to write my thesis, but I'm done with my regular classes, so that's a thing. I am pursuing my master's in film studies, and if you guys follow me on social media, you will know a couple months ago I had a horror film class, which I was super excited about. I posted a lot about it because I was really jazzed. As soon as I found out I was going to get to take a class on the horror genre, I was so excited, and I was just, you know, just bursting with thoughts and questions on what movies the professor was gonna pick and things like that, because you only watch 7 movies a month pretty much. It's a 1 month, each course is a month, so we only watch 7 movies. So I was really interested to see what films my professor was gonna pick to kind of like exemplify the genre or represent the genre. And that kind of got me thinking, you know, if I were teaching a horror film class, what movies would I pick? Some of them were similar to what my professor picked. I agreed with him. Some of them I chose differently. I also, anyways, I should explain what I'm doing. So basically, I'm going to give you guys my horror starter pack. The films I think that best represent the genre, best exemplify like the types of horror films, the different types of horror films, I should say. Basically, I approach this like if a friend came to me and wanted to get into the horror genre and had never seen a horror movie before and asked me, you know, what are the best movies to watch first to get into the genre, these are the ones I pick. Or, you know, if you were teaching a horror film class, what movies would you pick? If people have done this already, if they have and I'm not crediting my source, I'm terribly sorry. Right, so let's just get right into it. These are in no particular order. And I mostly want to hear from you guys, so I'm just gonna quickly tell you the films I picked and why. So the first one I picked is Nosferatu. I absolutely love that movie. That is my favorite vampire film ever. Of all the vampire movies, that's my favorite. And I think it definitely exemplifies the start of the horror genre. It's cited as one of the first horror movies ever. I don't want to say it gave birth to the horror genre, but there are a lot of characteristics from German Expressionism that we still use in the horror genre today. So it definitely has had a lasting influence even on today's horror films. So that's why I picked that one. I had to go with Scream. I promise this is not just a list of my favorites. I tried to think about it as objectively as I could, but I had to go with Scream because it is, well, it's my favorite, and to me, it's the best example of kind of like the self-reflective, self-aware 90s slasher revival type thing. You know what I'm talking about. You guys know about Scream. I talk about it all the time. Next one I picked on here is Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Of course, because that and Peeping Tom, which is what we watched in my official horror film class, was the start of kind of the man is the monster type of horror film, more psychological, not having to do with supernatural monsters or monsters created from nuclear fallout or anything like that. These were just pure, sick human beings. So of course I had to go with that one. Also had to go with Halloween because it was the birth of the slasher era, which is a huge, huge part of the horror genre. I also went with Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the 1958? Is it 58 or 56? Or maybe it's neither. I feel like it's 58. I don't know. But I went with Invasion of the Body Snatchers because I feel like that was I feel like Invasion of the Body Snatchers is a really good example of like sci-fi horror where it's got like a little bit of both. It's quite scary. It's kind of got that human element to it, like being afraid of your neighbor and things like that, while also having like that outside monster, that alien presence. Next, I went with The House of the Devil, which you guys know I'm a fan of a good slow burn, and I feel like House of the Devil is one of the best examples of a slow burn I can think of. Like, it's just slow, slow, slow right up until that last act where it just hits you like a fucking sack of potatoes, like, and just goes like 0 to 100 in like 0.2 seconds. I feel like it's a really good example of that, and it's kind of got like haunted house elements to it that I thought work really well in the movie. I can't remember if I definitely reviewed this. I did. That's besides the point. Next, I went with An American Werewolf in London because I had to throw a werewolf movie in there. It was a toss-up between this and The Howling, but I went with American Werewolf, and of course, because it exemplifies the art of special effects, makeup, and prosthetics, and props, and things like that that are so essential to the horror genre. Next, I went with You're Next. I just now realized I included 2 Ty West. No, You're Next is not Ty West. No, I lied. Never mind. Scratch that. He's just in it. I went with You're Next because it kind of has that slasher feel to it, but it definitely has that nice kind of twist, gender twist maybe, should I say. Like, our final girl comes well equipped to handle a very dangerous situation, and it takes everybody by surprise. The other victims as well as the villains. So I feel like that's a really good example of taking a very popular type of horror movie, the slasher, and turning it on its head in a super clever way. And it's very gory and fun to watch. Next, I included The Blair Witch Project for obvious reasons. It's cited as the first found footage horror movie, but I don't even know what it's called, but I think there's one before it that like nobody ever talks about. I think I remember reading something about that, but it's cited as the first found footage horror movie, and in my opinion is still the best found footage horror movie I've ever seen. And lastly, I had to throw in a foreign film in there, and I went ahead and went with Train to Busan. I feel like that's a really good one to get anybody into the horror genre because it's not 100% horror. It's got some comedic elements to it. It's got a lot of action. It's got some good scares, and it's got a lot of fucking heart in it, and it will tug at those heartstrings. Oh yeah. So I had to throw that in there. So that was 10, right? 3, 6, 7, yeah, 10. So let me know in the comment section what your horror starter pack would consist of, and if you want to tell me why, just quickly, like a line or two, why you included it in there, go ahead. And if anybody wants to do this in a video form, please feel free and let me know somehow that you did. Either comment down there that you made a video, or you know, message me or something on social media and let me know that you made a video so I can watch it. Yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit different, and hopefully it was kind of entertaining in some way. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, subscribe and become a creepy peep today. And until next time, stay strange. Bye. But wait, I almost forgot, but totally didn't forget as I was doing my outro. Definitely didn't forget. I have to announce the winner of my giveaway that I did from my horror pack Blu-ray unboxing. I got a copy of The Babadook on Blu-ray, which I already own, so I thought I would give away my horror pack copy to one of you lovely creepy peeps. So now I have to get my phone because I wasn't prepared because I forgot. So like we do on every giveaway, I am just going to, come on. I'm just going to count off the number of eligible comments on the video, assign them a number in chronological order, use the nifty random number generator on Google to pick a winner. All right, so let me get to the video right quick here. All right, so I asked you guys to comment.
I'm Tyler.
Okay, sorry, that was an ad. Super sophisticated here. So I asked you guys to tell me in the comments what your favorite female-directed horror film is, so that's how I'll know you want a copy of The Babadook, which was directed by a female. So right here, who is that? Tracy Elson is number 1, and then I just go through the eligible comments. So anybody who liked the video, so anybody who liked the video and commented their favorite female-directed horror film was entered. So we have 1, 2. Okay, Grumpy Andrew says don't enter me in the giveaway. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we got 7 of you that entered. Few of you just commented, which was super nice of you. Thank you. One of you did not want to be entered, but answered my question anyway, which is also super nice of you. All right, so let me get to the, I should just get an app on my phone. Random number generator. Alrighty. I'll just keep it. It's always set to like 1 to 10. I'll just keep it that way. So if I get a number that's not included, I'll just do it again. Alrighty, so 4. That's 4. Yep, that's 4. All right, super sophisticated. Watch me go back and forth between apps on here. All right, so the 4th comment. 1, 2, 3. Zachary, you were comment number 4. Congratulations. He said his favorite female-directed horror movie is Dead Hooker in a Trunk, Soska Sisters. Good choice. So I will send you a message on YouTube, direct message obviously, asking where you would like me to send your copy of The Babadook. Congrats. Totally didn't forget to do this and tag it on at the end of the video. So thank you for watching till the end. Yeah,